Well, welcome to Unapologetic. I am your host, your boy, your cousin, and your friend, DESHONE Jackson. And thank you so much for watching. And this is
TJ Turner. How are you guys?
It's TJ, and we are so glad that you all allowed us on your devices. You allowed us into your homes, on your computers, on your iPads, and on your phone. And we are truly grateful for that moment. So we want to start off with exactly what happened last week. I was in front of my television at home, and when I saw what is coined now, TJ, as the double doink, as I saw that happen, the very first person I thought of was you, TJ. You were the very first person I thought of. I was thinking, did he watch? And I had the opportunity to speak to another Facebook friend, Daryl. Thank you so much for watching the show as well. I had a chance to talk to Daryl as well, and he had the same sentiments that you had, that he does not like to actually watch the game because he feels that he will bring some kind of taboo to the game.
Yeah.
So my question is to you, TJ, when Parky did the double doink, were you watching?
Well, Deshaun and Hooley, I did not watch.
You did not watch?
No, I actually did overnight shift, so I actually was very tired. So I had a reason. So I was asleep for the second half. I did watch the first half though.
You did watch the first
half? I watched the first half and they was tied.
So that was enough to give them the taboo they needed.
Well, if you wanted to say that, but
J Real, what up?
But they were tied when I went to bed, and all I heard was yelling, mainly from Mark. He was pissed.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch that.
Okay.
I didn't watch that half.
And speaking of Mark Williams, I did go to his Instagram, and you can follow Mark at Mark A. Twain on Instagram. And he had a live post of his reaction.
Yes.
Our producer, Mr. Goodwin, was there as well. And I want to quote what he said after the kick did not go through and it was coined a double doink. Mr. Williams, Mark A. Twain on Instagram, said that Cody Parkey should die of gonorrhea and rot in hell. I think that is, a very strong sentiment, but I think that a lot of the Chicagoans felt the exact same way.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
You're
Money.
being paid. Your only job is to kick a ball, and as soon as he missed it, the network started to show the exact same 12 times that he missed the exact same way.
Yeah.
And this one was a double doink. So,
Yeah.
It was really sad to watch. I know that Mr. Reed is watching, and I know that he is from last Friday. And you can watch Unapologetic on Friday at 9 o'clock with the core group of gentlemen. And he had on his jersey. And, I know that he was very happy.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of money. A lot of people, especially at my job, lost a lot of money betting on the Bears to win. A lot of people thought that they should have won that game. But, hey, it's the playoffs, and you only get one chance in the NFL.
And that's what I like about the playoffs.
Yeah, so, it happened. I was asleep when it happened, so I don't blame myself on this one.
Okay, good.
I blame the kicker.
And
I think he tweeted something. Unless somebody did it. But he said, I apologize over and over again. If you still got a problem, run up. So, yeah, so Parky is tired of you guys talking about him.
Well,
hey. J Real is watching. I see y'all doing y'all thing. 100. I most definitely support J Real.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jesse.
J-Rail. And I do want you to know too, J Rail, that I think that you are like the Snoop Dogg of all of those young guys who are trying to come up rapping. I am posting and sharing and tweeting all the information that is on your site. I do upload it to my Facebook as well. So I charge you with that, and you're doing a fantastic job, okay? And go Drunk Lord. Go Drunk Lord. I am a fan of your work. I'm a fan of his work.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
I like it.
We do like our people from back in the day.
Yes. And Miss CC Jones as well. You're doing a great job as well. Really great video. You're making good money. Great investment on the house as well. I'm very proud of you. Keep up the good work, okay? So if you want to know more about Parky, the double doink, and things of that nature, we do have an unapologetic sports show. An unapologetic sports show that is coming up in the very near future, okay? And don't forget, at some point in the very near future as well, we do have Sir Goodwin Live that will be coming up as well. And that is going to be on Facebook or Instagram near you. So please make sure that you do watch that. So if you want to know anything else about, Parky, and we really feel bad about him and the things that he has done, but we do have a podcast coming up as well. So please make sure that you watch, tweet, post, and share the show. I know I say it all the time, but I am really a fan of this network that we're building, the brand. And don't forget Unapologetic Friday nights with the core group of gentlemen. I will be behind the camera. Okay, so please make sure that you do watch. And 1300, you know that I am very supportive and proud of you. So please keep up the good work. Okay? So we're going to switch gears for a moment. I don't know if you've been watching. You have to be living under a rock if you have not heard about the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries that has come up. TJ, I want you to first talk about these things. I do have some things that I want to talk about as well. I do want you to know on our show, Unapologetic 2.0 with TJ and Sean, this will be one of our first conversations about it. And I'm thinking this will be one of our last conversations about this as well, unless you bring it up in entertainment sports or in entertainment.
Okay.
Keisha Poindexter says, tell DESHONE I said Anna! Exclamation point.
Thank you so much for that. Anna, thank you so much. Miss Poindexter, you've been a great friend of the show. We thank you so much. And hopefully on Friday or a Friday in the near future, you can come in. And that's for all. We do want you all to come in and be able to see us do our show live on Friday night with some of the greatest guys that you will ever meet, truly. And Miss Poindexter, you are so welcome to come along, okay? So again, back to our topic at hand, we're going to be talking about the infamous R. Kelly. On his birthday, which was yesterday, and Elvis's birthday, and the queen of 1300, Miss Shantae Jackson, happy belated birthday to you. I did spend it with you.
Happy birthday.
I thank you so much for coming over to my home. We had a great time, brought you a cake. Happy birthday. I sung it myself to you, and I'm just really, I love you.
Natasha Montgomery says hello to you.
Look, Miss Montgomery, thank you so much for watching the show. You are such a friend of ours, too. And like I said, also, please don't forget to post, share, comment. We would love to have you on our show.
And Latanya says hello to TJ.
Okay.
Hi.
Keisha Poindexter says I love you.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I love you, too, Miss Poindexter. So we want to just talk about this topic that is coming up, and that is about R. Kelly. And so I wanted to know what you thought about. I don't know if you had a chance to watch the docuseries.
I didn't, but you don't need to watch the docuseries to know what's going on. Facebook does everything, or tell you everything that you need to know. I really don't care about talking about it, but since it's big, we knew this already. I feel like we knew this already. But I feel like Lifetime got enough people to come together and make a 6-part docuseries out of it. A lot of people were shocked. A lot of stars are saying that they wouldn't have worked with him if they knew all of this and if they felt bad or for not standing up for the black community or the black women in the community. But it's been 10, 13, 12 years. I think as of now, they are actually rallying in front of his home here and the studio that that he owned here for the mute R. Kelly situation. It's kind of bad. I think this might be it. Now, I'm telling you this, and this is going to be my last time talking about it. If he's not in jail by the summer of this year, of 2019, just let him keep doing what he got to do, what he want to do, because nobody's doing nothing in the first place. Okay. It happened a long time ago. We saw videos. Nothing happened. So I don't know what's the difference now.
We have a comment.
J. Rail be turning up says R. Kelly's situation is a publicity stunt.
A publicity stunt. Well,
he could be right. I mean, and not from R. Kelly point of not R. Kelly's idea, but his music has risen.
And I was going to say that. You're absolutely correct.
It's crazy. Jada Pinkett, one of your favorites, she was pissed.
That's Jamal's favorite.
Oh, Jamal, my fault. Jamal Williams' favorite. She was pissed. She did not care too much. She pretty much said, "Why in the hell is R. Kelly music spiked?" And all you had to do was see the first part of the documentary series to literally just pretty much lock him up. She was disgusted. But we live in a world where we have Donald Trump as a president. So it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that his music has risen. Mm-hmm. You know, and the funny part and the bad part is that he writes most of his music. So when his music spikes, he's making a lot of money. So I don't know. I know I haven't.
Hey, Tequila.
So.
Okay, and Mr. J. Rel, when you say a publicity stunt, I just want you to elaborate a little bit more so you can make sure that the viewers know exactly what you mean by publicity stunt. We do have a comment.
Tequila Franklin is live with us. She says, "Hey,
what's up?
Keisha Poindexter says, tell TJ I was talking to DESHONE while he made that face with the she's laughing about it, but it's all good." Do you know what you did?
No, I don't.
He don't even know. He's that shady. Antonio Reed says, "I see the banner is alive and well."
For now.
Because it could be confiscated at any time.
I don't think so. We are family.
Okay. But back to your point, TJ, you are absolutely right. There was a person by the name of John Legend who is one of the only African American males to have an EGOT. And that is the Oscar, the Grammys, the Tony, and the Emmy.
Okay.
Along with the one and only Miss Whoopi Goldberg. So he came out and he said publicly that this man is trash. He is a pedophile. He keeps on molesting the children and things of that nature. And when they came back to get a retort from him, he was pretty adamant about the exact same things again, that, you know, this was my pleasure, you know, that I am really saddened by this. And he really came out and, you know, John Legend, you know, I do respect you as an artist. But when it comes down to my opinion about R. Kelly, I do want the people to know that I am not condoning, which means to allow what he is doing. I am not here to condemn, which is to judge him. I'm going to leave that up to public opinion. Also, I am not here to victimize him, make him out to be a victim, and I am not here to vilify him, to make him out to be a villain. I, DESHONE Jackson, as a reporter here with TJ on Unapollagetic 2.0, and you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Also, you can follow the Unapologetic Fridays, 9 o'clock, with the core group of gentlemen. Also, we do have the Unapologetic Sports coming up, and also the podcast, and don't forget Sir Goodwin Live will be coming up as well. We do have a comment before I go into my thoughts.
J. Rail says he finessed this old situation to his favor. He just making off an allegation. Latanya Arnold says, I think it was spiked because people wanted to go back and listen to his lyrics and put it together with everything that was happening back then. She also states that he's a sick individual who needs some mental help. Keisha Poindexter says, who cares? Enough with R. Kelly already. Everyone has skeletons and his music will forever live on. That's why we all love it in the first place, and his music, and that's all it's about.
Well, thank you all very much for your comments. And as I always ask, please comment on the show. Please post, share, and tweet our show as well. But this is live. We are live right now. We are always asking for your thoughts and opinions about the subject matter at hand. So I, DESHONE Jackson, took this information and I came up with the hypothesis, which is an educated guess. And I looked at the material that was in front of me and I came up with what I am going to say. I had the opportunity to watch the Ed Gordon interview. I also had the chance, TJ, to watch the Tavis Smiley interview. And I also had the opportunity to watch the docu-series, The First Show, and that is it. And so from my material, I came up with the hypothesis, which is the educated guess, that this gentleman does have a problem.
Oh, yeah.
he does have a problem, and he speaks about it. Mr. R. Kelly, Mr. Robert Kelly, was abused from the age of 7 to about 14 years of age.
Yes.
Again, I'm not condoning or condemning,
Just
victimizing, nor vilifying him. All I'm doing is giving the facts about the matter.
Right.
Okay? And so as a young man myself, and I'm going to be very transparent and very open about things, as a young man myself who was sexually molested as well by a very close family member, and also by a person in the community, I do understand the plight that goes on. Gabby, who was on our show last Friday, she said that hurt people hurt people. And I am in 100% agreement with you about that, Gabby. And so what I am saying is that, yes, he does have a problem, and he did not take the necessary steps to rectify the problem. And that is the reason why we have this onslaught, the people that are picketing at his home and picketing at his studio. And the studio owner said that, please let Mr. Robert Kelly know that he is behind his rent as well.
Yeah.
So as a person who has survived sexual molestation, I wanted to make sure that we on Unapologetic 2.0 with TJ DESHONE have some hotlines that people can go to, and this will be posted on the Unapologetic website as well. And so just a few hotlines that will help you with the abuse and molestation hotline. This is open 24/7, and the number, because I do want you to always remember, as I've said in the closing of the last show and will be on this show, I want to make sure that you, the viewer, know that you are not alone, that there is no circumstance, there is no situation, there is nothing that you are going through right now that there has not been other people that had to go through as well. So I want to make sure that you are not alone. So this abuse and molestation line is open 24 hours a day. And the number is 1-800-252-2873. If you want to report something like that that's happening to somebody that you know, there's two numbers. One is 312-534-5205. The other number is 1-800-994-6200. People like myself, people who have actually survived this, there's a number that is at 1-800-293-2080. And youth and adults with sexual behavior problems, because this is a behavior problem, there is a number for that too. 1-800-216-1110. These numbers and information will be provided on Unapologetic 2.0. Also, I had the opportunity to look at a few Facebook posts because I just got back into my Facebook account, and I did have 10% of my 800 friends to chime in and say thank you. So I really appreciate that. But I was looking at one in particular. Willie Lynch Jr. is a very good friend of mine, 36 years old, who is a comedian who is living his best life right now. And you can go to his Facebook page, Willie Lynch Jr. on Facebook. And he has a couple of Facebook Lives. And the main thing that he was saying about this entire thing, saying, like myself, he doesn't know if he did it or not, but he does know that he has a problem. But the main thing that he was saying is that he wants us to think a little bit more critically. What Willie Lynch Jr. is saying that, and I want to make sure that you're saying that it's him, he is saying that at the end or at the bottom of this entire thing, there is racism that is playing a part. He is saying that these Caucasian people do not give a damn about these black women, but because the white people want to take down every black man that has made millions of dollars, he is saying that the black man is on attack right now. And so he is asking us, and I want to make sure I'm saying it correct, he is asking us to look more critically at this situation. The zeitgeist, which is the time that we're in right now. Why now? He is saying, why would they pay all that money to these women to do such a thing? Just like Lifetime got a spike in their viewership as well. So we want to make sure that we are thinking critically, and as the sentiments that came through the airwaves already, and we've already said it on this show. On this show, we're not going to be talking about the R. Kelly piece after that. But as a reporter, And as a survivor, I do want to make sure that you know that there are hotlines and there are places that you can go, because you are not alone in this situation. It has happened to the best of us. It is taboo in the African American community. And I want you to know at the end of the day that it is okay. You are a survivor. And before anybody else from 1300 or my Fisk family or anybody else that's out there rise to fame, because it's going to happen. You're going to rise to fame. You're going to do whatever you're going to make it in this life. But when you get there, we want to make sure that you can tackle these problems before it keeps festering inside of your life. So please, again, look at the hotline numbers. They will be on Unapologetic 2.0 and under the umbrella of Unapologetic. We have a comment.
Jay Real, who's probably back at work now, says y'all keep doing what you're doing. He got to get back to work. Fan of the show, Jesse, always been a good guy. Yes. Antonio Reed, is Pepsi a sponsor of 2.0? Because it's carefully placed in the video shot.
Oh, well, that's not. Well, it could be.
Antonio Reed also says,
get rid of migraines like no other.
Tell DESHONE, call 1-800-EMPIRE as well. I think they deal with everything and carpeting. Keisha Poindexter clapped back at Antonio Reed saying, Antonio, you might want to call that number. You have a sexual behavior problem. I've been seeing your post. And Keisha, I agree with you. I think he does need to get some anger released, because his posts are very, very grotesque. And he replies, he'll never dial any number. He will go to the altar for his love. Eric Spencer's watching, because Chicago Bears hater.
Thank you, Eric.
Forget you, Eric. Gabby is watching.
Hello, Gabby, and thank you for your comment from last Friday's show. I want to make sure that I plugged you in that. But as Lakeisha said, that maybe Mr. Reed has a problem. Mr. Reed is a great guy, but I do want to make sure that we know that this is a very serious matter. And what I'm saying also is that molestation and abuse are things that is prevalent in our neighborhood, and we want to make sure that we cease and desist of this problem before it lingers on anymore. So, I don't want to make too much fun or light of those things. I want to make sure that if anyone really does need the help, please go back and look at this tape. And as I said, it's going to be on Unapologetic 2.0.
No, I'm not going to read the comment in its purest form. I am a Christian. They can read it themselves.
Okay. I don't know what that one says, but we're going to move right along to day 19, my favorite number. 9/19 are my favorite numbers right now. We're in 2019 right now, but day 19 of the government shutdown showdown that is crippling 800,000 federal employees. Some of those are the Secret Service agents as well, that will not be receiving a check on Friday due to the government shutdown. There was a meeting today at the White House. And TJ, you want to speak about it? Because you can.
No, it's fine. It was funny. It was funny, and I felt like the Democrats found it was funny as well. They used to his behavior. He immediately walked out as soon as they said no.
Yes.
That they will not be getting, they will not be funding the wall. I actually listened to his speech, just because they accidentally recorded over my show that I was going to watch, in the first place.
Mm-hmm. What show was that?
It was a Marvel show. He said that he pretty much just said he want the money. Give me the damn money and I'll open back up the government, and he cut and dry, nothing, no in between. And the Democrats pretty much said that no. And it seemed like they was willing to even work with him. They even said that they was going to, they have better solutions, great solutions to help build something. It don't have to be a wall. It can build something to help the border, from getting the immigrants from coming over here. It doesn't have to be a $58 billion if I'm not mistaken, or 50
$5.7 billion.
$5.7 billion wall. It doesn't have to be that. And we don't have the money for that. We have way too many people in this United States. 5.8 billion is stupid. So 5.7 billion is stupid. So they said, we can work with this. We can talk about this, but you need to open back the government. And that's all they're asking for. And he's sticking to it. No, I'm not opening until you give me the money. He's stupid, but we voted him in. And I say we because we live here.
Did you vote for him?
No.
Okay.
No.
You was at home too.
No, not at all. But we voted him in because
you are part of the United States.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry for the 800,000 people, but at least you guys get your income taxes on time.
Well, and that's to be determined. He says a lot of things. Just as you were saying, I'm just going to piggyback on what you said. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer,
yes,
and our Senator Dick Durbin had the opportunity to go in there and have a conversation with him. And as you said, which is absolutely correct, he said in these bills, does it have anything about the $5.7 billion that I'm asking for? And Ms. Pelosi said no. And he said after that, we have nothing to talk about. And he walked out of the room. This is what you all voted for. I want to make sure you know that. And next month, it has been already determined that people who are on SNAP, SSI, government assistance, your SSI, government assistance, SNAPs, link card, all those things will be cut off next month. That is a little under 3 million Americans that will be out of food. They will be out of money that is needed. And I just want to make sure that the people know that this is what you voted for. Do we have a comment?
Yes, we do have a comment from Tashima Gabrielle Williams in response to DESHONE's favorite number being 19. Oh. She says, my favorite number is 69. We are not the same.
She's such an ass.
Antonio Reed says, F that wall is like having AIDS in your body already, and then saying, take my tonsils out. Leave the Mexicans alone. Just merge with their ass, fuck it, and they'll be little states.
Well, you know what, Antonio? We really wanted to do that, but again, we have been lied to because Trump did say that the Latinos, the Mexicans, were going to be building the wall, and now he has shut down the government as if it is our problem.
Well, he's scared. He's scared because if this doesn't happen for him or he doesn't make it right, he's going to get voted out after 4 years. The other funny part is that the $3 million, $2 million of that is white people. I'm sorry, but trailer trash, whatever you want to call it, they're going to get hurt too. Yes. So no matter what, they're the ones that voted for him.
Yes.
So he's going to lose. It's a lose-lose situation. Yes. So you got to figure it out.
And as we wrap up this segment, I do want you all to know, and this is a proven fact, as TJ just touched on Unapologetic 2.0 with TJ and Sean, the fact of the matter is that there are more Aryan white people on government assistance than there is African Americans. So, food for thought. Okay, so please make sure again that you post, tweet, and share our show. If you're watching right now, please like the show. Y'all, it's really easy. Just press the button like. Okay, I'm not asking for your money or anything like that. Just press like. So we're in day 19. Last question about this topic, then we're going to move on to Jay. How long do you think this is going to last?
I give it another week. Another week? Yes. I give it one more week, just so he can feel like he's doing something. But they're not gonna back down.
Doing what?
Just because he can do it. But another week, they got to figure out something.
So you said I'm going to get my answer after we talk to the audience.
Antonio Reed says DESHONE's face when he heard 69 was priceless. Ask him, is 70 better for him and his lady friends?
Okay.
Mr. Reed, you know, Thank you so much for commenting. I don't know if you already pressed like already for the show, but please press like for the show. Thank you so much for that. And my thing is about this, and then we're going to move on. I think it's going to last a while. I think it's going to last more than a week. I think the only thing, as our sign goes down in the background, okay, as our sign in the background, you can just pull it back up. As our sign in the background does that, I think that it's going to last a little bit longer, and I know that the Democrats are not going to budge on this topic. So what he is going to do is he's going to do an executive order and say that there are things at the border that is beyond our control, and we need that money, and he does have the power to do it. So please stay tuned. Day 20 of the shutdown will be tomorrow. Okay? So we're going to move on to another topic that I wanted to discuss. But before I do that, TJ, you have anything you want to talk about?
Yes, I do.
Okay, come on.
But I actually wanted you to talk about this next one. I actually want you to talk about it because I actually have, I really wanted to know what the people think. So I want you to go to your next topic.
Okay, and then I will definitely do that. So in Texas, guys, there was a killing that took place. We first thought that the killing was a white man who ambushed a black family on the road. We since found out from an African-American person who is into African-American studies, he actually came forward and said, no. It wasn't a white man. It was a black man who committed this crime. So there's a black man who is in jail right now who is looking at being charged with capital murder.
Thank you, Antonio Reed.
So my question to you, the audience, and to TJ, but please, as I said before, we're live. Please comment on the show. It's your boy, your cousin. It's DESHONE Jackson. So please comment on the show, guys. My comment to you, or my question to you, rather, TJ, is: do you think that we should reinstate the death penalty?
Okay, my answer to that is no, and I'm saying not at this time. The reason I say not at this time is because the death penalty would scare killers. People who kill would think twice about killing if they knew that the death penalty was intact. But I feel like a lot of people are dying on the streets. Unfortunately, a lot of black people of color are dying on the streets. So if you go to jail for killing someone, or maybe killing someone, because we do get falsely accused, I feel like that's only giving them a guinea pig. And I think we will be the first guinea pigs to be tried for this death penalty. Sure. So I'm saying no, not at this time. Not at this time.
Do you think that the African-American man who had absolutely no reason, he had no reason at all whatsoever to claim the life of a black 7-year-old girl, and her mother was in the hospital, and she was crying profusely about the death of her child because the other child in the car said that, "Mama, my sister ain't moving."
Yeah.
So it was a very sad thing.
Yeah.
But do you think that man who is in Texas should receive the death penalty?
If he did it, if anybody kills another person and it's not self-defense, it should be the death penalty for them.
Okay,
Absolutely.
you just said that it should not happen.
It should not happen. It should not be a law right now. No, because of the situations going on with us. But if they know for sure that this person killed this person, yes, agree. That's why I said not at this time. I do agree that the death penalty should be there, but not at this time, not in 2019 and not in 2020 something or 28 either, because we are dealing with so much on our streets that we can't trust the police to really, I don't trust the police to really get the right guy. Now, if they know that they got the right guy, yes, he should be
And that is a really good statement that you just made, because the gentleman who's in jail right now was an accomplice to the crime, which means that he was there.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, even though he was there
No.
at the time, do you think, because he is still being charged with capital murder, and the law is that even though you may not have robbed the bank, even though you may not have killed that person, even though you may not have stolen from this individual or whatever the crime is, just because you were in the car or in the room or with that person at the time, do you think that that person should get the same amount of time or be charged with the same crime as the person who actually did it?
No, he should not be. He should not be. He's not. He should not. The accomplice should not die. No, he should be life in prison. But the person that killed should be killed. That's all I'm saying. So if he's an accomplice, no, he should just have served life in prison because he could have stopped him, but he didn't. So that was his choice. Okay. But he didn't kill anybody.
Okay. So to you, answer the viewers at home. My question also is do you believe in rehabilitation? Do you believe that if a person is a serial killer or a person who has killed one or more times, do you think that that person can be rehabilitated by the system?
No. No.
No. So you think that that person should just do life in jail?
Yes. Yes, because you're taking somebody else's. You're not giving another person a chance to grow and be somebody or do what they want to do in life. So no, you shouldn't. That rehabilitation stuff is crazy. Now, I'm going to go back and say it depends how old you are too. It also depends how old you are. Because if you are an older guy, an older person, older man or a woman, you know what you're doing. You got to stand up. You're an adult. You know what you're doing. You know what you're going to do. You going to that person and you're about to take their life. You know that. So, no. That's just not. They don't know rehabilitation. They need to do their time for what they did.
Okay, so last question, then we're going to move on. So when do you think that the reinstitution of the death penalty should come back into office? Because George Ryan, the former governor, did abolish that in Illinois. When do you think it should come back?
Not anytime. No, not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. I'm not even going to give it 10 years. Mm-hmm. Not anytime soon.
Okay. Okay.
And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're not safe on our streets or on our blocks, so it's just not time for that to come back. There's bigger issues. Keep the people safe in the community to actually do something for the community. Safe first. Let us feel safe. Then we can get there. But until everybody feels safe, no, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, there it is, guys. My response to that is that I do not think that we should bring back the death penalty. And I also believe that I do believe in rehabilitation. I do think that a person can really sit down in jail or in prison and come to their senses about what they've done and feel sorry and remorseful enough.
That's fine. As long as they come to their senses and feel sorry and remorseful in jail, they're not getting out. They can feel sorry and remorse, but not back in the society. Exactly.
You don't think they should be back in society?
No. So you giving them a privilege because they found what they was looking for? No.
They changed.
It doesn't matter. You can change in jail, as long as you stay in jail. But if you're taking somebody else's life, that's totally no. Absolutely not.
Okay. So you're saying if a person takes a life that we should take theirs?
Yes. No. Yeah, exactly. Like that's exactly what I'm saying. But since we don't have the death penalty, they should rot in jail. They can change, but they should rot in jail.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that, TJ. Do you have any topics you want to discuss?
Yes. So, getting to some fun facts. I have a couple things I want the audience to elaborate on. I'm going to first talk about...
And I like to elaborate, too.
Yes. I'm going to talk about Regina King. She won her first... She won not her first, but she won a Golden Globe.
Yes,
She had a great speech.
Yes, she did.
You watched. Do you think that she's underrated?
Great question, TJ.
Yeah.
Do I think that Regina King is underrated? I would say indefinitely.
Yes.
The reason why I would say indefinitely because I know from some of my studies about Regina King, I remember her from No Place Like Home, 227.
Yes.
And these shows she did, one of my favorite ones, Monica on Facebook. We were just talking about this. Monica on Facebook. You can follow her on Facebook at Monica. She was also saying, we was watching a show called It's a Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Mm-hmm. And we were watching that movie. We started to talk about some of the parts in the movie. And Regina King only does roles that does not depict her as a whore.
Yep.
Or a woman who does drugs. Go on.
And that's funny you said that, because that's why you don't see her on that many movies. Yes. Because the way she holds portrays herself and makes it. I like her a lot. I feel like she did a great job from being a kid star to now. Mm-hmm. You never heard anything really bad about her. She's a great black female.
Yes, I totally agree with that. And I think a person who would really learn from her is Raven Simone. If you want to do some research about a person, because you have said a lot of comments that has been really ridiculous. You said a lot of comments about not being black. You said that your roots, you don't know from whence they come from, that you are just American and not African American. And Oprah gave you the opportunity to actually recant your statement, but you stayed adamant to that. And that is the reason why you're not on The View now. But before I go any further, we do have a comment.
Brittany Janae is watching, fan of the show, and has been a guest on the show. Says, I see both sides until it's one of mine. I hope it never will be. I can't stand 100% behind it. Don't bring the death penalty back. I haven't gotten that far in my faith or politics to completely abolish my eye for an eye mentality.
Well, thank you so much for that, Miss Janae. And also, we do follow you on Facebook as well, and we would love for you to sit in this chair where I am, and I will sit here, because we would love to have you and Gabby on our show as guest people to come back and forth. So please, like us right now. Anybody who's watching, like the show right now. And don't forget, on Fridays, we are on at 9 o'clock. Don't forget, we do have a podcast that's coming up. And I am looking so forward to Sir Goodwin Live that will be coming up, as I said, on a Facebook or Instagram channel near you in the very near future. But back to your question about Regina King, I really do think that she's a fantastic actress. Yes. I think that she is in line at some point for the EGOT.
Okay. No, can't be. She can't do the EGOT. Unless she find, isn't the EGOT the Grammys?
Yes.
Now, where would she be able to do with the Grammy?
Well, you can always get on someone's hook. I mean, you can always find somebody to get on, because we do like Regina King, and I do want more African Americans to be in line for the EGOT, other than John Legend. We do love you. And Whoopi Goldberg, you are just a complete legend. And we watched The View because of you. So thank you so much. Regina King, keep doing your work, inspiring young black women around the world, and men. Young black women and men around the world. We really do like you for that. And I do appreciate it. Just as you said, there's no place like home, Regina.
So, good job, Regina. But I want to get to the shadiest bitch of them all. And I just sent a picture in the group if you are following this. It's Wendy Williams. She looks pathetic. She looks scary. Her eyes are bucked. It looks exactly how she looked when she passed out on her TV show.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, very scary. I honestly think she's more sick than we think she is. They said that she pushed the date of her starting her new season back because of shoulder injury. But yeah, she looks really, really bad. I think she's leaving her husband because of cheating. Do you think this is karma?
Yes, I really do. Because before we even go there,
yeah,
I do remember the first time I've ever seen Wendy Williams, Wendell, some people call you. The first time I ever seen you was on one of my favorite shows, What's Up? What's Up? What's Up? Yeah. On Martin. You was on Martin as one of the people to come in, the radio personalities to come in. He said, my name is Wendy Williams, I'm with blah, 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 blah. Okay. And so that was my first time ever even noticing you. And so what you have done, you have given us truth for a long time. You have given us truth. But sometimes, like with Judge Mathis, sometimes your things could be just bled out lies. And when you said that that man was trying to have a threesome with some other woman and you was trying to bring him down on your radio show at the time, he totally trashed your ass. He called you a crackhead. He said every time you walked away, you was in there trying to get a sniff. You was not trying. And thank you so much for the Judge Mathis show. I am a fan of the show, and I do thank you and applaud you for your Emmy that you won as well, Mr. Judge Mathis. I'm a fan of yours, and I think that she has gone too far. I think at the end of the day, also, the people are starting to find out that you have health issues and that you may not really be a woman.
Wow.
Well,
I'm just gonna go out.
Well, no, I mean, hey, it's been a lot of speculations, but
you don't look like one. Your hands and feet are bigger than mine. Okay, so I don't. There's something going on there, and all the things that you've done. I do remember also his last name is Hunter. Her husband's last name is Hunter, and she came out because there was allegations that he was cheating before.
Oh, way before. This is nothing new. Right. So now she's getting bigger. So the bad part is this: the bigger you get, the more people are going to be in your business. So when she was on the radio show and he was cheating, whatever. Now you're a big star. Mm-hmm. You're a big star, and you talk shit about so many other people. Yeah. We're going to get your ass. And unfortunately, they don't really got to do much because karma is a bitch. Yeah. But go ahead and take a comment.
Antonio Reed says TJ slandering Wendy Williams is the best thing this show has ever done.
I'm not slandering her. It's just I'm speaking the truth. The way she gets her media, that's the way she get her news. That's exactly how I got my news. Going to another big celebrity who made her millions and millions and millions. I think she's worth $250 million. No, I think 300 million. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, both of them together is worth almost $600-700 million. They are going for their fourth child. Do you think now all of their kids are back to back, and the last two that she's going to have, or the next one she's going to have, and the third one she did not conceive them herself. Do you think it's easier for celebrities to just keep having children because they love having children, but do you actually think they're raising these kids? Do you actually think they are taking them to school? Do you actually think they're actually listening to their problems like regular parents would do? Like some of the parents that should have took care of their kids when they went to R. Kelly. But we're not going to go back to that. Do you feel like they actually raising their kids?
Oh, that is a great question, TJ. And I do want you to know, T, that I do not really watch a lot of what we're talking about right now. Yeah. So for me and the viewers at home, you are our reporter on this topic, and you're doing a fantastic job. But before I give my retort, we have a comment from the audience.
Kanye West is worth $160 million. Okay. And Kim K is worth $350 million. Wow. Antonio Reed says DESHONE wearing a size 9.5 as a grown man is not Wendy Williams' fault in her defense. Cornell brags. You can say
that's my friend.
You can say ass on Facebook. I want to be on the show. I got a mouthful of MFs and SHs. Well, we have to switch things up behind the camera because they like to use a lot of profanity in front of the camera. Brittany Janae says in her defense, she has several health issues with the first two. It's in her best interest to go the surrogate route.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with the surrogate route. I'm talking about, do you think she's actually raising them?
And Joy Marie says, I think they should bring back the death penalty. And I also feel that the guy was driving the car where the 7-year-old was killed should also get the death penalty too. They both went after that car with the intention to do bodily harm to someone. and you took innocent people's lives that became victims. Yes, an eye for an eye. Thank you, Joy Marie.
Well,
thank
you,
Brittany.
Joy Marie. That was a really great comment. Thank you so much for that. We really do appreciate that. And as I've always said on Unapollagetic 2.0, which is with TJ and Sean, you are always more than welcome to comment and post and share and tweet our show, because we are here because of you, and we really do like your support, and we do love your comments. I'm asking for 1,300, and for my Fisk family to chime on in whenever you feel free to do so. And as I said before, thank you all so much for your comments. But going back to TJ's question, do I think that they're actually rearing and raising these kids? That is such a fantastic question, because I had the opportunity to start watching when I was away. The Kardashians, keeping up with the Kardashians. And I thought, oh, I'm not going to really watch this. But then I became so fixated on it that I just really started watching. But one thing that I see throughout it all, they're not really raising them to be, doctors or lawyers and what have you. They're raising them
to bring them more money, to bring money in.
To bring more money
Oh,
into
absolutely.
the family.
Absolutely.
And I think that that's awful. I think that, it's nothing wrong with being a bus driver. There's nothing wrong with being a lawyer. There's nothing wrong with being a cop. You don't have to go after just entertainers and sports figures.
Right.
You can have an honest living and do well with just an average Joe Blow.
Yeah,
but before you comment, let's go to the audience.
Tony Finn is live with us, and he says, "Oh my, DESHONE, what's up, bro?" And that's it.
Okay. Tony Finn, I'm doing really well, and thank you so much for your comment. Tweet, post, share, and like the show. Let's move on because he's going to say something else.
Okay. So, on one of the best franchises, Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. One of the fan favorites, Tommy Lee. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I hope somebody can. What I'm gonna say. I hope somebody can tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
She has left the show. She will not be on the next season of the show because, and I think this is me, because now she's got indicted or something in that case for 50-something years for going to her daughter's school, grabbing her, pulling her by the hair, throwing her against her locker. Dragging her down the school floor, then pretty much running because she wasn't supposed to be near the girl anyway. So when the police found her, they found her in an attic. Now, granted, she's been to jail twice already in 24 hours.
For what? Unrelated?
Unrelated to that.
Okay.
But she has a bad history. A really bad history, and she was doing really, really good on Love and Hip Hop. She's only on there for 3 seasons, if I'm not mistaken, and she's already worth $100,000. But it's something that her $100,000 is a lot for them because you had nothing. When you come on the show,
and now you have something.
And you can make a lot more because she was a fan favorite. They go to clubs, do appearances. They make a lot of money if you go on these reality shows and you become big. But for some reason, she has a bad thing with the law where she just keep getting in trouble. And they try to help her, but for some reason, it's something about her that she keep getting in trouble. So I'm asking you.
A bad girl. I mean, we have a lot of bad boys in the world, but we have a lot of bad girls. But before you ask that question, let's go to the people.
Tony Finn says, TJ, you're in my house. And David Vaughn doesn't know anything about reality TV, so he can't answer any of these questions, but we thank you.
And David Vaughn, you and I are so much the same. And that is the reason why I'm asking TJ, which he's doing a fantastic job of, is because, I'm going to be very honest. I watch Frasier and the Golden Girls and the news.
Yeah.
But I can't get the Golden Girls there on cable. But Frasier, I get 3 hours a day. So I'm really happy about that. But I don't get all the stuff. So just as the brother just said, I am in 100% agreement. And the thing about it is that we're not alone. there are a lot of other people who don't watch it as well, and we're asking for TJ to be our reporter about these situations at hand. So thank you for making me not feel alone.
Yes.
And don't forget to tweet, share, and post, and watch Friday night, 9 o'clock, Unapologetic with the core group of gentlemen.
Yeah, and then like you don't really have to like know the show. You really learn like she is a black woman. She's a black woman. She was upset. The girl absolutely did something wrong in school. And black women, I feel, have a different form of beating, of whooping. You know, I don't think she did anything to hurt her, but I think her biggest issue was she wasn't supposed to be there. She wasn't supposed to be near the girl because she had so many other issues already.
Is there a restraining order?
It was a restraining order from the daughter to the mother. So she ended up going to the school, and I don't know why, but she ended up going to the school and doing this this middle-aged girl. So
TJ, all the producers check the records and everything you're saying is true. They also checked to see Tommy's network and nothing popped up. So nothing worth even mentioning.
Well,
Brittany Janae says TJ is doing a great job. Yes, DESHONE, Golden Girls, Friends, and Martin. I can discuss all day to this day. Evelyn is watching. Ivan,
hello,
Kelly,
Evelyn.
Kale, Kelly. How are you, young lady?
Hello,
Been
Kelly.
waiting to hear from you.
Thank you, Kelly, for watching. And Janae, as you just said, Brittany Janae, you know you were one of my favorite people, and I would love for you to be in this chair where I'm sitting right now, and I will be right here, and me and TJ and you will have a fantastic time. You are truly one of my most favorite people, and I would absolutely love for your opinion to be on our show. We only have about 5 more minutes.
Well, that's pretty much it. You know, I hit on reality.
That's something. No, I feel
like when you're broke and you don't have the money that these A-list celebrities have, and you do come into money like that, I feel like it should change you. I feel like you should be like, okay, I'm getting a second chance. You know, I can do some things. I can take care of my family and all that stuff, but you keep getting yourself in trouble. And just like R. Kelly, just like I can say Bill Cosby or anybody who has a lot of money, it could be just something mental. It's something that just cannot stop doing. And money is power. Money feel like you can get away with certain things. And nowadays, people are trying to tell you can't. You just can't do it no more. So, with that said, I'm done with the reality part of it. Or not the reality part, but the, celebrity part of it.
Evelyn says, hey, y'all.
Hey, Evelyn.
Brittany Janae says, likewise, thank you. Antonio White Sox SC Reed says, DESHONE. It seems your TV is without cable, or you choose to live in the 1970s through 1990s TV-wise.
Well, Mr. Reed, that may be true, but what even is more important is that you have a show that comes on Friday, 9 o'clock. Make sure that you tune in as well. We do have Unapologetic Sports that's coming up, a podcast that's coming up, and as I said, last but not least, all the time, we do have Sir Goodwin Live that will be on a Facebook, Instagram channel near you in the very near future.
Courtney Torrey says, my nig, Lil Durl in the building with Timmy Turner. Timmy Turner.
Okay, I don't know who Lil Durl is, but you have commented on Lil Durl a few times. I'm going to have to look him up because you keep calling me this man.
Courtney Torrey also says, where Pat at?
You told me not to say nothing. You told me not to say that name ever, so I guess you can still say it because I never told you not.
Well, I didn't say the name.
Okay.
But I will move on. And I'm going to move on to the next topic, and that is that we have to end our show.
Yes.
And as I always say, over and over again, thank you so much. I feel so appreciative that you will allow us onto your phones, onto your computers, onto your iPads. But before I go any further, because I'm going to turn it to you before I say anything else, we do have another comment because we do love the audience.
Antonio Reed is still live with us, and we have 9 people watching. He says, DESHONE, you the man. You are a true politician and a true walking commercial. And one of my favorite people, one of my on Facebook, and my granny's friend from back in the day, Miss Gwendolyn Culverson, is watching. She says, hey, Tony, how you doing, Miss Gwen? Thank you for
so much,
watching.
Thank you. And don't forget to press like. Because we do need your likes.
Yes, we need your likes so we can be millionaires like Mariah Carey, who just got sued for walking around naked in front of one of her workers, pretty much. You know, I guess she got fired. She probably felt bitter, and she said, "I'm going to get this bitch." So, and they settled. So, no matter what, she probably had to pay her triple the amount of what she was paying her while she was working for her. So, good job, Mariah Carey worker. I wish I was in your shoes.
Twofold, but you get to see her naked and you get to see
well, she probably sued her when she was fat. So now she's skinny and whatnot. So she's not showing those goods now.
Well, you know what, Mariah Carey, I want you to know.
500 million. 500 million.
She's worth 500 million?
She's worth 500 million. I'll sue her too.
Okay.
Courtney Torrey says, "Look, Daryl, you know who I am. You spit your drink out on me." Tracy King, a Lincoln Park legend, is in the building. Tracy King.
Okay, Tracy, thank you so much for
Brittany
watching
Janae
the
is
show.
busted up at you all.
Oh, thank you so much. As I said, as I always say, I don't want our hour to end because it's just, it goes really just so fast. And I really appreciate, as I said before, you all allowing us to come on your show. But as I always said before, I said in the beginning, I said in the middle, and I said at the end, this is not the end of us. It's the end tonight, but again, on Friday night, you will get a chance to see a greater caliber of people on one set at one time, and that is Unapologetic, and it comes on at 9 o'clock. Please make sure that you all are watching. Before going to the club, before turning up, before getting lit and doing all those things, tune in. And as I said, you're always welcome to come in and be a part of the studio audience. Sometimes the people behind the camera and the things that go on back there is even funnier than what's going on in front of the camera. So please make sure that you watch us. Again, podcast is coming. Unapologetic Sports is coming. And as I always say, last but not least, one-on-one with Sir Goodwin Live. That's going to be a really, really great show that's coming up.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
And before we go, as I said before, with the R. Kelly piece and the molestation and the abuse hotlines that are up there, please, it's going to be on our website that you are more than welcome to take and partake, because we do have up-and-coming artists that are going to be fantastic. And we want to make sure that before you go out there, we give you the buffers so you won't fall into the same pit holes that Robert Kelly is in right now. Happy belated birthday to you anyway. But before I go, I just want to make sure that we all know, as I said before, that you are not alone. You, the viewer, you are not alone. That we here, we love you. And again, that there are hotlines and there are places you can go. Again, you can always go down to your local church and let your pastor know what is going on. If there's a situation about depression or remorse or anything else that's going on in your life, you are able to go to your pastor and get the help. And if he can't help you, you can always go to somebody.
Some of them can't help you.
And that's what I said. If he can't be able, or he or she is not able to help you, which I do believe they can, but if they can't, you can always go to somebody with a couple of letters behind their name, like MD, doctor in psychology, or whatever it is, because I just want you to know you're not alone. You're not alone in this process, and we thank you so much. It's episode 2, Unapologetic 2.0 with TJ and DESHONE. We love you so much, and we thank you for being a part of our show. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, and don't forget to come back this Friday for Unapologetic. The original cast of people will be there, and I will be, as Mr. Goodwin says, behind the camera. I'll be behind the camera for that one. Thank you so much, and TJ, great job.
Yes, and please comment on Friday. They're going to be talking about interracial dating. Ooh. Do you think interracial dating is good? Are we past it? Is it 2018? Is it just common now?
Commonplace.
Common. So please.
Okay, and Tony Finn, I'll be able to answer your question then about interracial dating because you told me to elaborate. So Friday, catch us on Fridays, okay, guys?
See you
we'll
guys.
soon. Thanks for watching.